online singing coach, and today we're going to talk about how to sing Adele's new awesome hit, Easy on Me. I'm going to talk through some Adeleisms that are consistent with her vocal performance, and I just want to say that we're not trying to mimic or imitate Adele. These are things that anybody can do with their voice, and it's part of what makes this song so powerful. I mean, in a ballad, you have to have an emotional vocal. And if you're here watching this, you probably are already a fan of Adele and already know the context of the song, but just in case you don't, basically she's singing the song to her child, who she's trying to explain why she and her dad are no longer together. So this is an emotional, very heartfelt song. This has to be conveyed in the vocal delivery. And these Adeleisms are the way she conveys emotion. And we're gonna just play with all these little things as we learn how to sing this song. The first Adeleism that I wanna share with you is about how she ends a note and then adds one extra note down. So this is something I've noticed about her vocal, and I really like it. You can hear it right away in the very first phrases here. Here it comes, river. In this river is the way we would normally sing it, but she's just added a tiny little end note there. In this river, just a little touch. Let's listen again. In this river, and it's just light river. We have two more of these on the word hope and waters in the third line of the verse. Let's check it out. I know there is hope in these waters. Yeah. So on the hope, you could just go, I know there is hope. But that ending note, that note down at the end of that, I know there is hope in these waters. We've got a few more of these. Should we explore a couple more real fast? I think this is just like a really subtle little flavoring technique. So let's just check it out one more time in verse 2. You can't deny how hard I've tried. Let's listen to that line. You can't deny how hard I've tried. I changed you. Yeah, it's almost like a sigh at the end of that. You can't deny how hard I have tried. I like it. So before we go to the chorus, let's point out one more Adeleism, and that's her jazz and blues influenced slides. If you remember some of Adele's really early work, there was a lot of a heavier jazzy, bluesy influence, and you still hear this in some of her vocal delivery. So we're listening for these big slides on Let Me In. Let's hear it. So in would be fine, but that little that part, that's the slide. It sounds so sad. I love it. Okay, and now here's another really awesome jazzy, bluesy, purposely flattened note on There Ain't No Room. Let's hear it. There ain't no room for things to change. And there's a change, the two-note pattern there. But on the room, there ain't no room. So we're not quite getting up to the note. There ain't no room. Is straight and boring. But we're gonna just not quite touch it, and we're gonna come down quickly. There ain't no room. Very, very colorful that way. So now we're looking at the chorus, and the first Adeleism I have here is what I'm calling flipping the lick. So the lick is the pattern of the notes coming down on the easy. That's a lick or a riff or whatever you want to call it on that note. So the clean way would be easy on me, baby. But she adds a little flip with her voice. Right there. So slowing it down, for those of you who haven't tried to do this before, it's hitting the same note, and we're just making it fast. Easy on me, baby. Let's listen to Adele do it. Here it comes. Listen to that. Also, I'm glad we already pointed out the bluesy, jazzy vibe there, because on the word feel, just a hit, just a straight on feel is actually pretty cool already. But if we had that feel, that slide up to the note is so cool. And then we add those little flippy moments coming down. Feel the world around me. Okay. So this one, and this is an Adele thing for sure. She loves to do that little flippy thing. While we're here, the other major thing that's going on in the chorus is she's doing very dramatic flips between a heavy chest voice and a light head voice. And we know she can just sing it out strong, but she also knows that if it's just strong the whole time, the strength kind of loses some power, ironically. Think about that for a second. But, so we've got, for example, the first note is heavy chest. So this first note is an F, and it's nice and strong, heavy chest. Go easy. So the easy is head voice. And then she uses a little bit of an aspirated glottal note. Kind of sounds like a contradiction, but it's a little bit of an H and a little bit of an sound to get back into her chest voice on the word on. So we have head voice on the E. Easy on me, baby. So that she's back down heavy for the rest of that phrase. Let's try that a couple times. Go is heavy. Easy is light. On me is heavy again. Go easy on me, baby. All right, how did that feel? Good. Again, it's like trying to be strong, but fragile. Trying to be strong, but on the verge of tears. For me, this is really the key of this song, to the emotion of the song, is that contrast between heavy chest voice and light head voice. Generally, we want to mix and blend everything, but that contrast just is very symbolic in the song between, I know what I got to do, I'm trying to be strong for myself, I'm trying to be strong for you, but it hurts. That's the key for this song, is really exploring if you can get that contrast to show the strength of your decision and the vulnerability. What I chose to do. And then really light. And you know Adele can power it so strong, but she chooses to do it light to convey this gentle, almost a sweet begging, a tenderness. So go easy on me. Yeah. So go easy on me. But the other thing I appreciate as a voice coach with her doing this heavy contrast is that she's not pushing to sing these high notes in a voice range that gets tiring on her voice. So she could have been, feel the world around me. She could have done that, but she goes, feel, and that's the strain-free head voice placement. And that's gonna allow her to sing the song in live performances in this key because it's not going to be taxing on her voice. Our next Adeleism is really cool riffs. And again, if you've listened to her before, you know she's got some cool ones. This is the first one that I really like right here. Alright, now it really is just a matter of practice on this one because it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth a number of times and then 3 notes down. Alright, let's try it with her. It's just a feeling. I kind of have a hard time counting how many times it's easy. But it's more of the feeling. You feel it with the music, and that's what I'm saying. Just practice it. So go easy. That's the first one. There's a couple others. So go easy. So go easy. Up, down, down. So go easy. That's just interesting. I love that. Okay. Is anyone having a hard time with this bridge? Let's break it down a bit. A couple words at a time. 2 notes on head. Ahead. Next. Good is 1 note, intent has 2, and shuns has 2. Good intentions. And the highest hopes. And the high. 4 notes coming down. So 4 notes on high, coming down, then we go back up, and the highest, sorry, I forgot, we're going back to head voice. And the highest hopes, and it's just a fast back and forth there. Hopes. So the whole phrase, and the highest hopes, goes, and the highest hopes. I think that's kind of maybe the trickiest part in terms of sorting out the notes. So we had, I had good intentions and the highest hopes. How'd you do? How did it feel? See, it's just got to break it down a little bit. It gets easier. Yeah, so I just want to go over that glottal on me and world because it really shapes how the song is sung. So again, without the little flip in there and without that glottal on the word on, it would be go easy on me, baby, which sounds nice, but when you add the little flip, easy on me, baby, it's like a little cry. You have to cry on that word on. Easy on me, baby. That's the difference there. And then, same thing on feel the world. Feel the world around me. You gotta play with it and see what feels right in your voice. Because again, we're not trying to do exactly what Adele does. We're just trying to understand that feeling in our own voice with our own tone so that it's us singing this song, not imitating Adele. So I think that covers it. Is there anything that I missed that you're struggling with when you're learning to sing this song? Let me know in the comments. But bottom line is to sing this song with emotion because it's a ballad. It came from the heart. It's a true story. And that is what makes the song powerful, is the emotion. So sing it with emotion. These little isms are Adele's way of conveying emotion. And remember, they're not specific to Adele. Anybody can do them. Other people do them too. So experiment with them and see if it helps you convey emotion, not just with your face, but with your voice. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. You can join my mailing list at youronlinesingingcoach.com, and I'll see you next time. Yo,